Hey guys, and welcome to the Natty Blueprint podcast. This is episode 57 after another little 2 week hiatus. This time it was planned though, as I was away. But Denny, how are things, man? It's obviously been 2 weeks. How's things with you?
I'm all good. I'm all good in the hood. I would say not much has changed, but internally, I don't know. Should we discuss what we've been discussing, or
Yeah,
should we
man.
leave
Let's
that?
let's discuss it. I feel like it's nothing to hide. Like it's
Yeah,
it's quite a positive thing in a way.
yeah. So let's just beat around without beating around the bush. Me and Max are parting ways,
I
but
got sacked.
yeah, he got sacked. He's just not doing his job really. Like I didn't place very well, I didn't win, so
Terrible coach.
yeah, I'm just gonna go to the next coach and see how that works.
I just keep asking for cock photos all the time, and apparently it's weird.
So yeah, no cock photos, unfortunately, or fortunately, depends what side of the fence you sit on. But yeah, me and Max, as of probably right now, we are parting ways. There's no gossip. I'm sure everyone says that, even if there is gossip, but there's genuinely no gossip. Like we're ending it on a good term, which is what I wanted. I'm sure what Max wanted as well. But yeah, may as well do it publicly. But thank you for the last over 2 years now,
Over
isn't it?
2 years,
Oh,
bro.
well
Yeah,
over 2 years.
in 23, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Mental.
we've had lots of downs, we've had lots of ups. And yeah, no, it's been a blast, but I'm kind of doing my own thing for a little bit. Slight change in direction, not really, but kind of with my life in terms of personal and career. Just a few different priorities, and at the minute, bodybuilding from a competitive standpoint is just not as high on the priority list as it once was. It will be. That's kind of what I've penciled in at some point. I still want to compete. I've still got a lot that I want to achieve. Max likes to think that I can achieve it, so it will happen. But it just won't be happening for the rest of this year or likely the next year either. So yeah, just a little bit of a change in direction. I'm not going to say what career I'll be going into because I don't want to
Yeah,
put
we'll
it
keep
out.
that on the down
We'll
low.
keep that on the down low for now. But just some changes in my direction. But yeah, everything's all still good. I'm still training. I'll probably change a little bit of my split, but it'll just be to suit my current work demands, just so I can fit it all in. And yeah, just doing my own thing, which will either be sink or swim. I got to make it work. But yeah, other than that, all good. I don't think too much else that needs to
That's it.
say. That is it.
Podcast done.
Podcast ended. So the podcast will still be running unless
Yeah,
Max.
that'll be what people will ask. They'll be like,
Yeah, the podcast
"Oh,
is still
fucking hell."
running just on my end from a slightly different perspective in terms of where I'm at now. Like I can still talk about coaching, my competitive backgrounds, what I've done, my interest in bodybuilding is still there, but it won't necessarily be from one coach client and two from a me being a coach full time anymore. But the Natty Blueprint podcast, I'm still gonna stay Natty anyway, so it will still definitely be a Natty
This is
Blueprint.
why he's left me. He's gone
Yeah, I'm
assistant.
just jumping on gear. Max kicked me off the podcast, so I sacked him.
That'd be brutal. Imagine that.
Yeah,
That'd
no,
be some gossip.
but yeah, no, we're still podcasting, so that kind of, if there is any questions, that kind of probably squashes the questions whether there's any beef. There's no beef.
Yeah, we hate each other. We just come on here for an hour.
Yeah, it was oh fuck's sake, I've got to talk to you for an hour.
And tomorrow as well, bro. You're
And
gonna
tomorrow, yeah,
actually.
we're actually doing something outside of the gym tomorrow, which be
I'm
fun.
getting my chicken paella.
Is that what you're having? I haven't actually looked at the menu.
I don't know. I got told by Kate there's like a sharing paella that I've got to have with
Okay.
her. So
Did you also get told by Kate that you're turning up?
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even know what time it is.
No, I couldn't tell you. Hang on, let me check my shared calendar.
Yeah, he's got a shared calendar. That's mate. I can't do that because then I start getting like lash appointments in this shared calendar that
Yeah,
come up, and I'm
don't
like,
get me wrong, I get all that as well. 6 o'clock apparently.
6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Wow, I missed the
Is-
Chelsea game.
Oh,
Who
that's
booked
a
that?
shame, isn't it? That's a shame.
Chelsea Wrexham, bro.
I mean, you can't really lose to that, can you? So,
I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah, I
I
mean,
wouldn't be
the
surprised.
table is all over the place. Tottenham are doing a Tottenham. Arsenal were causing issues with everyone. Everyone hates Arsenal at the minute.
I
And
think it's the fans that do that, but yeah.
I'd like to remove myself from I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm your typical Arsenal fan. I accept the criticism, but
Yeah, I was talking to the guys at work, and I was actually like, how weird is it that you've got West Ham, Forest, and Tottenham all battling for relegation? I was like,
yeah,
they're big clubs. Like,
yeah. I mean, out of all of them that I'd like to get relegated, Tottenham, it would just be
well, I think
hilarious. It
everyone
would
just
just be
wants.
hilarious.
Yeah, that's why everyone just wants. But the thing is, they'll probably win. Are they in the like Europa League or something this year?
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine
They
if they
probably
win
win
the
that.
Europa League and get relegated from the Prem.
Imagine. Has that ever been done before?
No, but then what happens? Like anyone who has ball knowledge, like what happens then? Because obviously, if you win the Europa League, you're in the Champions League. Can
Yeah.
you be in the Champions League but then be in the Championship? I don't know.
Guess we're about to find out.
Tottenham make it
Everton might
happen.
get relegated. What are they
Actually,
like?
don't make that happen because they'll probably boot us out of the Champions
What are
League
they like?
spot.
2 points out of the relegation zone at the
They're
minute.
close. They are very close.
They're 1 point. Jeez.
Don't. Will Bourne's gonna be listening to this. Like he's in prep at the moment as well, so he's gonna be sensitive. We've
Who
got to
does
be.
Will support? Tottenham.
Yeah.
Oh, I swear he supported Arsenal.
No, sports to Tottenham.
Oh,
He's a Tottenham fan, bro.
he's
He's in
Tottenham.
a bad way at the moment.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I
Depths
can
of
imagine
depth.
that would fuck me off a lot in prep,
Yeah.
like more than usual. Like if my team just played like shit, I was a Chelsea fan last year, but luckily we won the we won the Club World Cup last summer, so it ended on a high.
Yeah.
But I can
Yeah.
imagine like my team playing terribly would really really bug me.
Yeah. Bad
And
time to be a Tottenham fan. But anyway, how are you? How was your trip? How
I'm
was
depressed now because Denny's leaving me.
yeah.
Um,
Sorry, mate.
no, it's just to add up on that as well. Like I think Denny um, nailed it to a T, and also for anyone who is listening, when you do part ways, this is how the mature way of doing it. 'Cause obviously, both of us being coaches, we've had it opposite ways where you get blocked or just whatever, or
Yeah. You're like,
payment
oh,
gets
well, there's
cancelled.
that client gone.
Yeah, payment gets cancelled, and there's really immature ways of doing it.
Yep.
But wish you all the best as well. For obviously, I'll be involved regardless. Could be talking
Yeah.
to you every week, so
Yep.
there's always things that we can bounce off each other. But yeah, it's an exciting new kind of chapter of your life as well that you potentially may be heading into. So that's something to look forward about and something to hear. But yeah, in terms of myself, good trip away. Um, I think I'm probably going to do a skiing trip nearly every year now because
Yeah.
Kate's hooked.
Nice.
So yeah, it was really good. It was nice to just take a little bit of a step away as well. Like I purposely didn't really post a lot on social media or anything like
Yeah.
that. Like usually if anyone follows me on Instagram, they'll know I'm pretty on it with all my socials and stuff like that. But it was nice to just take a bit of a back seat. Moved all my check-ins across as well, so I actually had like 7 days of just no check-ins. Um, which again was nice. Obviously, I was still getting back to clients and doing midweek check-ins for prep clients and things like that. But yeah, it was just nice to have a bit of time away, and it was a fun holiday as well. So if you haven't skied before, I'd recommend it because it's not like sitting around doing nothing. Like
Yeah.
you wake up, you go eat, and then you're getting ready to go on the slopes for the day.
Yeah. How did Kate
Um,
get on? Because I don't think she had a few lessons, didn't she, before she went?
yeah, so she had one lesson in Milton Keynes in like an indoor
Yeah.
centre, and then she had a 2 hour lesson on the Monday, and that was it. That was the only lessons. And
Okay.
then by the end of the week, she was doing like pretty tough blue runs. So if you haven't been skiing before, you got like green, blue, red, black, and
Yep.
black's the hardest, green's the easiest. So she was going down blue runs, falling over occasionally. I did have to have the patience of a saint at the start of the week because it was like, she's over again, and then she can't get up without me helping her.
You've
So
got to
then I'd,
stop, help her out. Yeah.
yeah, help her out, get her up, and then she'd go down a little bit more and fall. But no, she got pretty good at it towards the end. Like I was like, you're doing quite well.
Yeah.
The only downside to the holiday is obviously me getting unwell, which was yeah, not ideal. Probably from like day 3 or 4, I got the flu. Hot, like really bad, like fever, like sweating at night, like really bad. Like it was terrible, mate. I was waking
No.
up and the bed sheets were just wet, and
It's
my
not what you
joints
want once
hurt.
you're away, especially if you're being active on a holiday as well. Like
Yeah,
you
and
want
it
to be,
was like it was one of those things where it's like I could quite easily not ski today, but I don't want to do that
yeah,
because
you don't
if
want
I
to waste.
I'm
Yeah.
wasting it, right? Like, And ski holidays aren't cheap either, so you want to kind of feel like you're making the most of it. So I chose to ski unwell, which then the day back traveling was when I felt my worst.
Yeah.
And then yeah, from Sunday to Tuesday, I was just wiped, like completely
Yeah,
wiped
your
out.
body's probably just like, can we rest now? Like,
Yeah, mate, it was the worst I felt in years, like the
yeah,
illest I've been in a very very long time. Um, it was yeah, it was strange because I don't really get ill. Like I get cold or something, or I
yeah,
might get a migraine that might wipe me out for a day or something. But to have it for like a week and just to feel like shit, and you know
mhm.
when you're in an illness, you're like, okay, that's the worst day. It's gonna
And
start to
then it
get
gets
better,
worse.
and then it just gets worse, and
Yeah,
then you wake up the next day and you're like, I feel exactly the same as the worst day, and it
yeah.
just didn't seem like I was getting better. But yeah, luckily now I'm kind of, I'd say 85%. So
I
it's
mean, you
just
was in the gym yesterday and the day before, or was it day
yeah.
before?
I went in the gym on Wednesday because I literally said to myself, I was like, right, I'm gonna give myself a maximum of 3 days of just doing nothing, like
Yeah,
just basically being in bed. And then by Wednesday, I'm gonna get in the gym regardless of kind of how I felt. So I did a devolume session, also pulled back on intensity with compound work. That went okay. Everything felt fucking really heavy, which was not surprising. That's the
yeah,
one thing I'm just like a bit frustrated with at the moment is because training was going so well, and I know on like I spoke on this podcast as well. I was like, I kind of don't want to go away because how well my training
yeah.
was going.
And you kind of tempted fate with it because you then got
Yeah,
ill on top of taking time off training.
yeah. So then it's like everything's got to repattern again. I just felt weaker in general.
Yeah,
Like everything just, I picked up 20 kilos for the first time in like 2 weeks, and it was like, shit, this is heavy. Like this
yeah.
feels like 25. Um, so yeah, that's a little bit frustrating. But apart from that, the holiday was good. So
Nice.
I'm happy, and I yeah, just want to get a good solid week of training under my belt now, and
Yeah,
hopefully,
I mean, it won't take long. Like, it'll probably take you probably a full week of training before you're like, I'm almost there again. But once you got your meals in, what was you doing for food? Was it just kind of freelancing it while she was out?
it was so basically in the morning. I had the same breakfast every morning, which was like 2 eggs, 2 bits of bread, and then some like white meat. So they had like
Yeah,
cold meat, and it said it was turkey, like turkey slices. So I was like, that'll do.
yeah,
And then some fruit on the side of that. So I'd be my breakfast every morning.
yeah,
On the mountain, I was pretty much living off like chicken fillets or chicken shish kebab.
yeah,
Because every place that sells like really shit food, like it was
yeah,
all of it's just like pizzas or burgers or, and I was
yeah,
like, I don't really want that.
yeah,
One of the days I did have a pizza to be fair, but majority of the time it's like some type of meat with
yeah,
salad and whatever, and then maybe some chips or whatever. But then I gave majority of the chips to Kate anyway.
yeah,
And then in the evenings again, it was just being cautious with my food, and then I took whey with me as well.
yeah.
The only thing is, I've probably just drunk the most alcohol I've drunk in the past 6 years in a week.
Why not?
Um, which this is how crazy it is. In some places on the slopes, it was cheaper to buy a pint of beer than it was to buy a Diet Coke.
No way.
Yeah, like some of it was
Jesus.
like €4 for a pint.
Don't tell
Um,
Andy that.
yeah, but then for Diet Coke it was like €5 for like a little can of like 330
Mental.
can.
That is mental.
Yeah, man. No wonder everyone just skis pissed.
Yeah.
And it also like this is not my way of dealing with an illness, but it kind of was like, well, if I have a drink, and if I get to a certain level,
Just numbs you a little bit.
I'm gonna feel a little bit numb, so I'm not gonna feel as bad because my joints hurt so bad, and I was literally wearing like SBD knee sleeves to ski because my joints were hurting that bad.
Yeah. I mean,
So
your
yeah, I
body's
can't,
just going to be inflamed from being ill, and then skiing every day is probably not the best on your joints because you're putting a lot of pressure through your knee anyway. So,
yeah,
yeah, that probably didn't do you any favors. Yeah, maybe
yeah.
the beer was a good option.
It was a decent option. I usually prefer like a G&T, but I was like, right, the beers are pretty cheap, and I'll have that, and it's
Yeah,
quite refreshing as well.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, not my proudest moment, not the way I'd really like to deal with things, but
Oh well.
it was a holiday and I enjoyed it, so
Yeah,
that's the main thing.
exactly.
Yeah, everything else is good.
Yeah, I went to Muscle Hut Bay,
Oh yeah,
had a session. It's
good.
very cold in there.
They
Wouldn't
haven't got the
recommend.
heating or the aircon yet.
Yeah, no, literally walked in. We both said it's cold in here. So I think we both got a little bit too used to Ashford being warm now. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's only
don't
been
think
in for a couple of weeks.
what's that?
It's only been in for a couple of weeks, the
Yeah,
heat
and
aircon.
but there's some times when I'm training, I'm just like I could do with that heat and not being right underneath this piece of equipment, but it's decent.
Yeah. I tell you what, it'd be a godsend in the summer because that place got so hot last year, didn't it? Like
Yeah,
having a bit of aircon in there is going to be a
yeah.
blessing.
With the shutter open, they'll just completely void the aircon. So
Yeah, hopefully they don't open the shutter and put the aircon on because that
yeah,
would.
it's not how it works.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing you should do now: buy an aircon unit yourself
Yeah,
because I did that last year, and it was the best investment I made for those summer months.
is that just in the office or just in
No,
general?
I got it in my bedroom.
No,
It's quite loud, so I
Kate
used to
loves
get
it.
home from the gym and then turn it on, and leave it for like 2 hours, and then the time I'd go to bed, the room would be stone cold, and then because you have to have like a vent,
Yeah,
so I just
out the
have
window.
it hanging out the window,
Yeah,
and I close the window and it make the room like stone cold. So it's
well,
decent. A
if
little
you
hack
can't
there.
if you can't find it this year, Kate's thrown it away.
It's
'Cause
still in the bedroom. Don't worry. I made sure it's not the nicest piece, but I feel like she can get on board with it now. She's experienced the life of
yeah,
with aircon.
nice. Any other trips planned for the rest of the year?
Nothing. We're thinking potentially Marbella at some point, but the problem is show season kicks off in like 10 weeks, so
Yeah,
it's trying to find a decent time where I can get a few days away. But yeah, potentially I think there's a little bit of a gap in July. So,
right.
but I've also got Boomtown Festival, which is mid-August, which luckily enough there's no shows on that weekend.
Yeah, you don't want to
Um,
be doing that. Don't want to be doing that.
yeah, can you imagine going to Boomtown then and to go to a show or
Day
something?
after you're at a show. Yeah,
Yeah,
not ideal.
that'd be rough. What about
Not
you?
ideal.
Any more trips?
Thinking about going to Greece in
Nice.
July, but we're just looking to book somewhere. So nothing on paper yet, but definitely going away because
Yeah,
I need a nice hot holiday.
yeah. It's not like that's one thing I did in 2024 is I went on like 4 or 5 holidays, and it's like just short ones as well. Not nothing crazy like 4 days. Like go to cities and just experience that culture. Like
Yeah.
that's something I really enjoy. I can't do like 7 days of just all inclusive sitting
No.
around doing
See,
nothing.
I can do both. I quite enjoy just sitting there, and I also just like experiencing new food, bit of culture. So yeah, I'm easy for either, but just hot weather. I'm a sucker for 30 plus degree heat.
Yeah,
Put me
I'm
in
a
there.
sucker for burning in that heat as
Yeah,
well.
you're unfortunately not blessed
Very
in
pale.
in the tanning department.
No.
Bless you. Yeah, how's everyone's prep going so far?
Yeah,
Eh,
good. Well, I'll start with Will, so I've just got back and seen him.
Yeah,
He's looking good. He's looking sharp for 12 weeks out, so it's very happy. He's so responsive, bro. Like I've we haven't made a change this whole prep, and he's
no
nine
way.
weeks in, and he's just like it's just come off so quick.
Nice.
I think he's like 16 pounds down now in
Jeez.
9 weeks, which is or 8 weeks. So pretty
Is
much
he
averaging
is he
like
now
2 pounds a
lighter
week.
than he's been previously with you?
He's approaching photo shoot body weight
Okay.
already at 12 weeks out, and he was pretty lean for his photo shoot.
Yeah.
So the plan is get him obviously skinned. Lisa's getting on really well as well. Um, Again, like it's. I think when you do it so many times, it's one of those things you're pretty calm. Like I remember the first client I prepped, I was like, are they ready at this point, or are they actually 10 weeks out, or whatever? But
Yeah.
when you're in a situation where you've done it so long, you kind of know where they should be at the certain points. And even when I saw Will, like before he even took his clothes off today, I was like, yeah, he's in the right spot. Like I can tell by
Yeah.
people's faces and where they really should be.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone's getting on really well. Got a couple of boys starting prepping next weekend.
Okay.
So that'll be everyone pretty much near enough in prep, which is exciting. So yeah, it's just the whole show season, which I'm buzzing for. I just want to
Yeah.
I want to get to it now. You have a break and it's like you miss it.
Obviously, being that you've got your first female prep client in, how you feeling about that?
Um, I'm feeling confident to be fair because I thought it would be quite different, but it's
Yeah.
not majorly different. Like realistically, like yeah, there's different things and different intricacies with gender, but you still operate like fat loss works the same,
Yeah,
right?
you're still
Like,
talking to a person as well.
yeah, and
Yeah,
the thing is with Lisa, she's so good at communicating that it's actually like a blessing. Like if
yeah,
anything, like anything good or bad happens, I know about it.
yeah,
Like I know about it first thing in the morning. If she gets a new low, she'll be like, "Got a new low?" Like she'll message me, and it's like that's brilliant because it's like you want that free flowing communication.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, I'm confident with she's going to produce a really good look on stage, and she
yeah,
does everything to a T, man. Like
yeah,
you can't fault her. Like she's got 3 kids, she's a single working mum, like, and she fucking does not miss a beat
yeah,
ever.
yeah.
And it's like
I mean,
that's
from what I see on her socials, like even before prep was beginning, she was extremely adherent anyway, which only kind of helps
yeah,
as soon as you jump into a prep anyway. And it also helps if you've got a good amount of muscle on you as well, because
yeah, she's got a lot of
when
muscle.
she's pilled, it's going to look insane. So
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to get because her schedule's like really busy, so I'm trying to get in an in-person check-in with her just to ensure that her photos are aligning to what
yeah,
you know where she is. But yeah, she's looking good, so I'm excited to see her on stage, and that'll be like again just for someone who she's never been coached before
yeah,
to then come on board with me and just be so kind of like you say I do with it and so trusting with that
yeah,
process is it's really refreshing because sometimes
yeah.
when you onboard a new person
A
there's
bit of back and forth.
a little
Yeah,
bit of back and forth. It's like, are you going to take on board this advice and this guidance, or are you going to try
yeah,
and implement the old ways which potentially weren't working with you and why you
yeah. And
took
that's
the coach in the first place?
yeah, the whole reason most people reach out to a coach is because they've been doing it for X amount of years. They're not happy with the results. So guess what? You reach out to a coach who has a method, and this goes out to absolutely anyone who's either got a coach or looking to have a coach. If you're not willing to take on that person's methods, why have you hired them?
Yeah, it's
Like literally,
and then
why have you hired them?
it's like a uphill battle then,
Yeah,
like trying to explain to someone why you're doing certain things and they're just
yeah,
fighting back. Like there's a difference between asking questions because you want to have an understanding, but then there's also fighting back a decision that
yeah.
I don't
I
know. Like
think
I've had it in the past.
Christian Chapman put a post out the other day about clouding a coach's judgment, which I thought was quite interesting. I don't know if you saw it. Was it Christian?
I haven't seen that. What was it?
So it was basically like similar to what we were just talking about is you're hiring a coach because they have a method. And let's just say a coach is looking at a physique, especially in prep, and you give an instruction. But then if the client comes back and say, oh, maybe we should try this, I've done this before and this worked, you're complicating a decision that they've already made based off what they know, what their method is. And if you're, I get it, there is always a two-way thing with coach client, but if you're constantly putting in what you want to do instead of just listening to your coach and fully trusting them, you're going to cloud their judgment, whether they, I don't care how experienced they are. And obviously, this is coming from someone like Christian Chapman, who's a very experienced coach. If someone like that's judgment can get clouded and they start second guessing, oh, maybe I should do a little bit of that, or maybe I'm making the wrong decision. Like you're gonna make the whole process way more
More.
complicated than it needs to be.
Yeah.
So if you're hiring a coach, trust that coach to make the decision because no coach is perfect. Sometimes they will make a not a mistake, but maybe they should have made a decision at a different point, a slightly different decision. But if you're adding your 2 cents in every 5 minutes, you may as well just sack the coach. And that's
Yeah.
not why I sacked Max.
Don't need
It's
to put
just
it out there.
it's just one of those things where it's like listen to your coach. You've literally hired them. Don't make their life even more difficult because it's going to make your life even more difficult. So, yeah, I think he made it into it was first a story, then he made it into a post. So if you want to flick back on it, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that was the premise behind it. But it was like, don't complicate what doesn't need to be complicated.
Yeah. I think a lot of there's being a good coach and there's being a good athlete, and I
Yeah,
think you've got to what's sometimes a little bit difficult is coaching coaches because obviously their knowledge and experience is at a heightened level compared to just coaching. Like with an
yeah,
athlete, they would have just they all they know is themselves.
yeah,
With a coach, they know themselves, but then they also know multiple other ways because they've worked with different people. So
yeah.
then trying to navigate that again is
Yeah, you also have to get through, and I'm using ego as not a negative term, but you also have to then get through their ego as well because
yeah,
they've got themselves on a pedestal because they coach people, and then you're telling them to do something. They're like, no, it's not how I would do it. But it's sometimes you just have to let go and be like, okay, this is where I'm at. This is what the person's telling me to do. Just do it
Yeah.
instead
And
of them having their guard up a little bit.
the thing is with bodybuilding as well is there's so many ways of doing the same thing. Like,
Yep. It all works, really.
yeah, my methods, I have similar methods to AJ, but then some of the methods are different to his
Yeah,
methods. Like, and last year, when I was peaking multiple athletes and he's peaking me,
yeah,
I'm not taking on board how he's peaking me to peak my athletes. Like,
yeah,
that's a completely like when I message AJ, I'm the athlete, he's the
yeah,
coach. But then when I message all my clients, I'm the coach and they're the athletes. So it's
yeah,
that having that big kind of separation that if you are a coach and an athlete, you need to know how to separate that.
yeah, yeah,
And it's difficult because I've been in it. Like I was telling AJ last year, I was like, drop my food, let's push harder. Like, and that again is me
that
blowing
is
that
your own
line.
internal ego
Yeah,
trying to get him to do something else.
that's me blowing that line. But that's
Yeah,
when you need someone who's stern with it and be
yeah,
like, no, you're staying where you need to do right now. And
yeah,
that's what he did. Because I probably would have faded or looked worse, right?
yeah,
Like, I think that, again, that's probably like when you have people who prep themselves. I think a part of that is ego driven in a way.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely. Like I
I
need to
think,
be working harder when
yeah,
sometimes you don't need to be.
no, I mean, your prep last year, we were less aggressive than your
Yeah,
first prep in
yeah.
2024, and you
I think there
produced,
was only a brief time that I was under 2,000 calories. The rest of it
yeah,
was like high day, low day, high day, low day.
yeah.
Oh,
It
whereas
was,
prior, it was dust protocol.
there
You
was some dust in there,
would-
yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah,
It's a good point because I think that a lot of people it can get blurred,
yeah,
and the way you conduct yourself as a client can blur the coach's vision if you are like if you had someone saying to you, I'm flat, I'm really flat, I'm really flat, I'm really flat. It takes a stern coach to be like, you should be flat because you're still fat. Like
yeah.
it comes a point in time where you have to be very like that coach does have to have a little bit of an ego. I don't know if it is an ego, but a bit of a kind of a firm foot.
Authority, yeah,
Yeah, to say, good, like you need to be here. Keep
yeah,
pushing, keep doing what you're doing. And I think, yeah, it can be easy
yeah. And obviously,
to be a
there
bit
is
more
a time and
influenced.
place to listen to your clients', I guess, thoughts. For example, let's just say they're expressing that they're really struggling in their training. Obviously, at a point in prep specifically, there is going to be that struggle when it comes to training. But let's say some big red flag comes up and they're airing that to you. It's then not the coach's thing of be like, no, let's just keep
Yeah, yeah.
putting you into the
There's a
ground.
line, obviously.
There
Yeah,
is a line. So please, if anyone listening is thinking, oh, just coach says we do, but at the same time, it's like have a voice, but also listen to the person telling you what to do.
yeah, yeah. And if you're in doubt, like just ask. Like
Yeah,
if you're in doubt of like, okay, I am, for example, with what you're saying, just say, hey, look, my training's not going the greatest. Why is this happening? And
yeah,
then the coach can be like, hey, look, we're 3 weeks out, we're pushing hard, we need to
yeah.
get the last
It's
bit off.
gonna suck.
It's gonna suck a little bit. It's not just do like we can manipulate volume a little bit to make sure
Yeah,
that we're holding that training performance at a higher level, but this is the point in prep where unfortunately it does suck a little bit, and
yeah,
just that understanding, I think that open communication can really help.
yeah, yeah. Because you are literally putting your body through stress 24/7.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
not going to be
literally.
having PBs every other session.
Yeah,
Like it's just that acceptance of it, and I think that's what like. I think for me that was the biggest hitter in my prep was like that oomph to even get into the gym towards the
yeah.
end. I was like, man, I love training, but this sucks right now.
Yeah, that's horrible. That is the worst parts of prep.
Yeah,
Is like you go in the gym, you're just kind of like going through the motions.
yeah,
You've lost that kind of aggression, that I don't know, that desire to really go into that sixth gear and just kind of
yeah,
get after it. It's like, all
and
right, I'm
that's
just going through the motions here.
yeah, and that's when your goal or your kind of why needs to carry you through. Because if you haven't got that, and we was talking about it a little bit before the podcast, but if you're just competing for the fun of it, or not even the fun of it, because it's cool to do, you're probably not going to do too well at the end of
Yeah,
prep because your why is not there, so it's going to suck even more. So just
yeah.
make sure you're doing it properly.
You need to have that grit in your teeth, and you need to have a strong why to really, really push forward.
Yeah,
And regardless of what that is, it's just if that's deep enough ingrained in you, you will be able to get through a prep.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, if you don't have it, then best of luck.
Good luck.
Yeah. All
Good
right, let's
luck.
move on to some questions. Actually, quick one. Actually, I've got two things to mention on the pod. First of all, Arnold predictions.
Let's
I know you're Mr. Not Bodybuilder anymore, so you probably don't know. Um,
I will visualize with you.
can we get the lineup up? Probably should have done this prior to the pod.
Yeah, it's okay. We've got avid listeners. Maybe
So,
I won't mind a little
I wonder if I can get up. Oh man, it's because
schedule.
I'm on this Mac. I'm not on. Can't get Instagram up anymore. So I was logged in on the Natty Blueprint, but now I'm no longer logged in. Not ideal. So off the top of my head, then we'll just do. Did you hear Mike didn't weigh in for Classic?
Yeah,
That's brutal. Do you reckon
he's not doing it at all, is he?
I don't know. I've heard
Because he
mixed
was.
reports that he's doing open potentially.
See, I read that he wasn't doing open because he was
Yeah.
talking as if he was going to do it. He didn't turn up for the meet and greet apparently, which people are just slating him for. Yeah, I don't really know what's gone on there.
Ah, right. I've got the lineup. Okay, so you've got Brandao. You probably won't know who he is.
Nope.
We've got Nick Walker, Akeem
Yep.
Williams, Brandon Curry, Hassan Mustafa, Hadi, Martin Fitzwater, Akeem, Hassan, Burton, or Andrew Jack. So I'm going to just do a top five. I'm going to go Andrew Jack, Hadi, Martin, Nick, Brandon Curry. That's going to be my top five.
I mean, Hadi always has a bit of like either really good or really bad. Not bad, but there's a lot of hype behind him.
Mm. I don't know if he's reaching that age where he's starting to fade a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like he's had probably his best years where he probably should have pipped it a bit more often. I mean, Andrew Jack is an absolute machine, so
I
I think
think if
from
he
just
wins this, he's
like a
going to be.
wow factor, which is hopefully what they're looking for, because that is bodybuilding at the end of the day. Like he should take it, but if something's slightly off, maybe not. I'd like to see what Martin Fitz is up to.
Yeah,
He's been very good the last 3 years, so yeah.
I think I would love to see Martin win it. To be
Yeah,
honest, I'd love to see Nick win it, but
I
some
don't like Nick.
yeah, you don't like his physique. I just think he's just a ball of muscle, and it's
I
just
mean,
cool.
he is a ball of muscle, and I get it. Bodybuilding is a freak show, and I know I just said that about Andrew Jacked, but Andrew Jacked looks freaky and enormous.
Yeah, aesthetic as well,
Yeah,
rather than like Nick's just a ball
Nick's
of muscle.
just like squashed.
It's cool though.
Yeah, I mean, he is a bit of a freak, so
Yeah, and I think what Wesley will probably win Classic now, right? Because obviously Mike's not there.
yeah,
I would have liked to see Wesley and Mike battle it out.
yeah.
Um,
Two very different physiques, but
yeah,
yeah,
but now unfortunately, it doesn't look like that's gonna occur.
so you got Mr. Influencer Sam Sulek as well.
I'd be surprised if he makes like top eight.
Nah, I don't think he will. I just don't
No.
think. I think he's similar weight, but I just don't think he's got that kind of maturity to his muscle just yet. Because he's still very young in the sport, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, on a more enlightening topic, this is some general knowledge for you. Um, what animal do you think has the largest penis?
Largest penis. Elephant.
No.
Um,
What animal's bigger than what animal's bigger than an elephant?
a whale.
Yes, a blue whale.
It's got to be a large penis.
It's 3 meters long, apparently, or up to 3 meters long,
And it's
and can
got some
go
length.
30 centimeters in diameter
What?
and weigh approximately around 400 kilos.
Oh, well, there's a pub quiz.
If anyone wants good facts, that's a good fact, I
That's a
think.
good fact.
That's
And
something I found out today.
why?
I can't actually remember that why we got into this conversation, but I found out that yeah, a elephant's penis can go up to 3 meters and is 30 meters in diameter and is
No,
around
a
400 kilos.
whale's penis, not an elephant's penis. You just said
Not
elephant.
a, yeah, a blue whale. It's
I was
specified
gonna
as a
say
blue whale.
if an elephant's walking around with a
Imagine an
3 meter
elephant that
dick,
carried that.
I know it's got a trunk, but that's another trunk. Yeah.
And a
Well,
barnacle's
there's.
barnacle's penis can go up to 10 times its body length.
I wish I was a barnacle.
No, you don't. You'd be fainting, bro, from blood loss. Oh
Uh,
dear.
well, you obviously had a busy day at work today, then, didn't you?
Of course.
God,
Anyway, let's go on to some questions.
I've only got one because I put mine up very late. And we'll start with
Oh,
it 'cause unfortunately, I don't really have or know an answer. So this is from Josh. If you had to join the army, what regiment would you be part of?
ooh, I'll be
I
like
don't really.
SAS, I think, or like
Yeah,
Secret Service or something like. Pretty cool.
yeah, I don't really know. Fun fact, I almost joined the army at the age of 16. I had
Oh.
paperwork, everything, and my mum wouldn't sign it because she was like, "No, you're not ready. You're not allowed to make that decision." It's like
Fair.
legally,
At 16, that's
legally,
pretty
yeah,
fair.
you're right. I'm not old enough to make that decision, but can I at least do this? But she wouldn't sign it. So yeah,
What would you like to be like? Would you like to? I don't know. If we're looking at, I'm assuming he's thinking like SAS, RAF,
yeah,
Navy. I know that Army's a different sector, but like
yeah, probably like RAF.
RAF would be cool.
Yeah,
Even though I don't like heights, so I don't think I'd be good flying planes.
right. A jet pilot, and you just don't like heights, so you just close your eyes the entire time. Yeah, probably RAF. Like I think from a skill perspective, it's probably up there.
You wouldn't like to be like on the ground doing like little secret missions and stuff like
I
that.
feel like it's just a bit of a death sentence, really, isn't it?
I feel like I'd be on like Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite like that in real
You
life,
reckon
though.
I have a 360 no scope? Go up
You
to the
don't,
enemy, 1v1 me,
yeah,
rust, bro.
you don't get perks, you don't get kill streaks, you're just bang, one bullet, dead.
This is probably an awful topic.
Yeah, yeah. Given the current state of affairs in the world, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
you won't
Let's
feel better.
let's fucking hell.
Get past that one.
Yeah, let's move on from that. Josh Dandy, you can only do one morning shower or evening shower.
Evening show.
Evening shower. I used to be a morning shower,
Yeah,
but
so
then I
did I,
moved
but I don't know
moved to the evening.
what made me switch, but I think from just an efficiency standpoint of getting up in the morning.
Yeah, like I also I don't know, like when I shower in the mornings, it just makes me sleepy.
Really?
Like I stand there for ages and I just contemplate life.
Yeah, probably
Do you
doesn't
know what I
help.
mean? Because I
Maybe
just
have a
wake
cold
up.
shower.
It's like wake up, get in a shower, and then I just stand there like I don't know, procrastinating how to
Yeah.
wash myself. But then in evenings, I'm like, right,
Yeah,
getting
I think it probably aids a little bit more if we're just talking about like downtime in the evenings as well. Like it's quite
yeah,
relaxing. Hot shower, bath before bed, good night's sleep. Whereas in the morning, most people probably are rushing in the morning, and you're not going to get to enjoy your shower unless you're Max, who just procrastinates in the shower.
like it used to be like when I used to do it when I was a kid. I used to be terrible. I used to be in there for like 20 minutes,
No way. I bet
just
your
stood there
parents
like
hated you.
yeah, just running. I used to actually run the water off every day. They used to, yeah, not good, not ideal. I'm
Good.
glad I moved to a PM
Yeah.
shower.
Well, now you pay for your own bills. I'm sure you
Yeah, I
don't
don't
run the
run the
shower for
water down.
25
It's
minutes.
now Kate who runs all my water off. um, Rosh Dogs asked me Biscoff, caramel, orange, white, or original cream egg.
Biscoff.
I haven't had one.
They're good.
Are they good?
They're good.
Ah, I can't. Do you know what? I haven't had any of them apart from an original cream egg like a
Yeah,
few years
see,
ago.
I think I don't know if it's just me. I think cream egg in general is just a bit overrated. I just find that I don't know what the taste is. Like, what is the taste? It's not
It's
like
like
it's a flavor. It's just
sugary
cream egg
milk.
flavor.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
Um,
sugar, milk. I don't know.
yeah. So I'll go with Biscoff.
Caramel, maybe. I don't know. I orange is a no. That is
No,
disgusting. I didn't know you can get orange cream eggs,
can you?
or it might be like a Terry's orange or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that might be the one.
I wouldn't be.
It is a Terry's one.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, not a bit of me. I do like a Terry's chocolate orange, but not for a
No,
cream egg.
chocolate orange just shouldn't exist. Uh, I'm gonna go with. I'm just gonna have to say normal because that's the only one I've had. Like I haven't. I need to enlighten myself on more on
Do
different cream eggs, don't I?
yeah.
Really?
I feel like it's not really on your meal plan though, is it?
No, no,
I'll
I
bring you
can't. I
one
can't.
tomorrow.
Huh? Yeah.
I'll bring you
We'll
one.
shove an off-brand cream egg, a Biscoff cream egg. He's also asked Max's sickness protocol to avoid the plague.
Beer.
Um, yeah, and then make yourself feel even worse. We should probably actually give like a decent answer because I probably had
Yeah,
6 or 7 messages this week of people
yeah.
being
I mean,
under
I
the
was
weather.
ill last
Yeah,
week as well, so I got over it pretty quick. I tend to get over illnesses pretty quick. Whether that's my illness protocol or just I'm fairly healthy, but everyone should probably up their vitamin C, vitamin D
yeah,
frequently. I find doing it maybe 3 times a day helps. Maybe it's a little bit placebo. Just eating well, you should be eating well anyway, and just not being a dickhead with training. Like if you're very ill, one, don't go into the gym if you're like literally coughing your guts up. But from a recovery standpoint, just chill with the training for a bit. Like you, I think you took a bit of an adjustment to your training from the intensity standpoint.
yeah,
Don't put yourself in the bin if you're not quite there yet. Obviously, I always say, obviously you're not gonna actually know if you're 85% better. It's just kind of what you feel. I always say, anything above 85%, crack on. Like,
yeah,
see how you feel. But anything less than that, either take time off. You're not gonna die if you take a few days off, or just adjust your training a little bit.
yeah. I even think like if you're below 70%, I would say don't train.
Yeah,
If you're around that kind of 70 to 80%, that's probably when you want to be manipulating your training a little bit, like
yeah,
devolumes, taking a reduction in like intensity. But then if it's like 80, 90% there, then cool, just send it. Like you're going to be fine in a couple of days anyway. But in terms of like protocols, do you actually have anything that you like? You go to straight away when you start to feel ill? Like, is
I
there
just
anything you?
I just triple dose my vitamin D and vitamin C.
Yeah,
I
that's
do
exactly what I do. I have 2 grams of
morning,
vitamin C.
midday, evening.
Yeah, I have 2 grams of vitamin C every like 3 to 4 hours. So I probably have about 8 grams
Yeah,
in total of vitamin C,
yeah. Maybe push
which
up
is
the
quite.
water a little bit. In terms of like actual protocol, that's probably it. But just prioritize a little bit of sleep as well. Try to get to bed a little bit earlier.
Yeah,
Just try and be in a chilled state for more than you would normally be. So, for example, in the evenings, if you've got like errands to run, maybe just try and push them back a few days. Just
yeah,
get in bed basically and just actually
just chill.
recover.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Just take time with your recovery. I actually think a lot more people should prioritize recovery a little bit more. Um,
yeah,
because I think a lot of people it holds them back because they think that they can't recover from things when actually they just don't recover enough for things.
yes, yeah.
Um,
Just take a bit more downtime if you need to over the weekends. Like actually slow down. Like people don't see that as a big thing for recovery, but just actually being relaxed and stress free over a period of time will massively help in
yeah,
terms of your frequency of getting ill in the first place, and also just how you recover day to day in the gym. Like just take some time off from life.
yeah. But that is difficult nowadays as well because
Yeah,
you go on Instagram and there's people working from 5 a.m. till 11 p.m. So
yeah,
you're constantly showing this highlight reel of you're never going to be doing enough or never like
yeah,
that's one thing I've always done even through prep last year was like I would have a point in time where I would switch off and watch TV or whatever
yeah,
like for an hour or two a night and I like having that downtime it's not only going to benefit your sleep but it's just going to benefit your recovery.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. And you can show up to work better as well.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cable's asked, most overrated supplement. There isn't one, my man. You head over to Supplement Supply UK, use code MDB10 at checkout, and you buy the whole cart.
All of it.
All of it. You just buy every single one. None of them's overrated.
Flavored creatine, non-flavored creatine, buy it all.
Yeah,
Literally buy it all.
everything that's there, buy it all. Code MDB10 at checkout.
I think it's only overrated if it
I don't necessarily think any supplement is
No,
overrated.
it's one whether you can warrant it financially.
Yeah,
Like if you have the means to it, spend all of your money on supplements if you want to. It's whether I don't want to say is the juice worth the squeeze because we all know supplements are minuscule additions, but if you add on a lot of those plus just your day-to-day kind of lifestyle, it will help. I think it's more so what ones are not overrated versus because you could go into a whole host of supplements and be like, you don't need to take that, don't need to take that. I think there should be some non-negotiables. Anything outside of that is not necessarily overrated, but
yeah.
it just bases off your sort of circumstance really. But I
It's
think
overrated.
creatine gummies as an industry standard is overrated and just not good, really. I don't know if you've watched any videos on it where they literally test them and it's
But
like
they're
a
just
tenth,
bioavailable
yeah, of
version.
what's actually in it, and it's not actually creatine. So don't waste your money on creatine. And I don't understand the whole concept of, oh, I bought creatine gummies because it's easier to take. How is it? Scoop, drink,
Water. Yeah,
done.
yeah,
If anything, it's easier.
yeah,
You're adding something in. You're already going to drink water or juice.
yeah. Just everyone should be taking creatine anyway, I think.
Yeah,
Um, I don't think any supplement's overrated. For the fact is, it's a supplement, so you're
it's an
supplementing
addition.
something
Yeah,
you're potentially deficient in,
yeah,
right? So, I suppose none of them are overrated, but they're all overrated to a degree because it
yeah.
depends on what you're supplementing. Like, if you
Test
don't need to
boosters.
supplement it, don't supplement it.
What about natural test boosters?
I mean, will they work for some potentially? Will they work for others? No. Like, it's one of those things. I've never used any of like those turcosterones or anything like that. Like, I've never found the need to. But you
Yeah,
know, there's probably people out there who swear by it and say like, "Hey, it's really helped."
yeah,
There's got to be some research behind it to suggest that they work.
yeah. I
Um,
mean, I can't sit there and say that I've read a load of
I've
research papers or
Yeah,
like
I
delved
haven't
into them. Yeah, so
because
I
it's
can't
probably
comment too
such
much.
minuscule.
But I feel like if it was that kind of worthy, we'd all be taking it, and so
Yeah,
would everyone else.
yeah, 100%. But no, I wouldn't say there's any kind of that. Yeah, they're probably a little bit overrated. But then are they overrated? Because people don't really rate them. Like,
Yeah, true. There's that side of
I'll
it.
tell you one thing that's overrated, and this is going to upset a lot of the industry: electrolytes. Apparently, we can't get hydrated with water anymore. You
Or
know?
just like sorting your meals and having a balanced diet of
Yeah,
potassium and just having good health in general.
yeah,
Like if you're
I,
just not drinking hardly any water and you're taking an electrolyte supplement, the math ain't mathing there. You can
yeah,
triple dose your electrolyte supplement, but if you're not drinking enough water in the first place, like what are you doing? I think
yeah,
that's a lot with when it comes to supplementation anyway. People are like, for example, test boosters. They're like, oh, I think my test's a bit low because X, Y, Z. Let's take this testosterone or whatever all the other ones are. Have you actually looked at why, if, for example, actually first, have you looked at if your testosterone is
is low.
low? And then if it is low, have you done anything outside of supplementation to try and bring it up?
Yeah,
Whereas
yeah, there's
people just go, I think there's a problem, go straight to the supplement, when
yeah.
that's not how you should do it.
Yeah, yeah. I think and as you get more experience as well, I think you will notice what you need to or you'll know what you need to supplement and what you don't need to supplement,
Yeah,
and you'll actually notice the benefits of supplements.
yeah,
Like realistically, the reason I drink hydration is because it tastes good.
yeah,
Like that's why I have it. It tastes nice. It's nice and refreshing in the morning. It's probably something that's been pulled from prep that I've just taken into the off season with me.
yeah. I think in the summer it serves definitely way more purpose.
Yeah. But would I be saying to a client, "Hey, everyone needs to be on electrolytes"? No,
No,
like,
I don't think, yeah, maybe apart from like creatine, there's not many supplements where I'm like, you need to have this. If a
no,
client's struggling to get protein in through their day-to-day diet, I'll be like, go buy a protein supplement.
yeah,
It's not gonna change anything. It's just a way of helping you reach your goal for
yeah,
a convenient method. Same with any other supplement. It's there to help or supplement to your
yeah.
lifestyle and your diet.
I think another one, or a couple I'd probably put on the same or close to creatine is magnesium biglycinate,
Yep.
because I think a lot of people are deficient at magnesium. And then I would put some type of joint stack in that had curcumin in.
Yeah.
Because I think curcumin, well, just this is me talking first-hand experience. Obviously, I've done other things to improve my knee health through
Yeah.
training and recovery, but also by implementing curcumin, I've found that my knees have been pretty decent.
Yeah.
This side of in
Yeah.
2026. So it could be one of those, but
Yeah.
in my head, that's one that I don't want to ever run out of. You
Yeah.
know?
Which is a perfect example of what we just said there as well. It's like you've done everything else and now you've added it in, you're noticing that benefit.
Yeah,
Whereas let's just say you stop doing all the other things and we're still taking curcumin, it's not
yeah.
going to be doing what you
I
need
was
it to
training
do.
like a moron and trying to snap my patella every
Yeah.
session.
I'm like, oh, it's all right, I've got
Yeah, I've
curcumin in
got
my
curcumin in,
supplement
bro.
stack. Not how it works.
Oh, okay. Josh has asked, you are a director of a natural bodybuilding film. What will be your story slash plot, and who would be your cast?
All of our listeners.
All of our listeners are a cast.
Yeah.
The Russian
Um,
would be me.
yeah. You can see him glute spread instead. The tables
Well,
have turned.
you're. He's asked you what will your story be. So I'm assuming you were making a natural bodybuilding film. So you'd have to make a film
It'd
on.
be really fucking boring, that's for
Yeah, it
sure.
would be. It would be really boring.
Yeah. How
Ah.
much progress did you make in 10 years? I put on 4 pounds of muscle.
Yeah. Oh, you can watch me go around for like do 10,000 steps every single day.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd have to be like a cool comeback story, wouldn't it? Like you got
Yeah.
fucking shafted on stage and then you come back the year later and win it all or something. I
Yeah.
don't know. That's a very difficult question.
Yeah. I can't just pick cast members and the
Yeah.
story on the fly.
Well, you've
Uh,
got about three lookalikes that go to our gym, so
yeah, exactly. I'll just
you're
pick one
pretty
of them.
decent. Yeah, just pick them. Um, Fat to Fit 2004 was asked, how do you deal with family outings, meals, special occasions when on a meal plan?
Disown your family.
Yeah. Tell them bodybuilding or dying, bro.
Yeah. Like, you clearly don't want it bad enough and you've kept your family in your circle. What's wrong with you? How do you deal with it? Explain what your goals are to your family and hope that they understand, but probably know that they won't fully understand. I think that's what a lot of people miss is expecting other people to be on the same page as you. They're not going to be. They're not bodybuilders or they're not taking part in a fitness journey. Be sensible when you do go out. At the end of the day, it's going to be your mum's birthday, your brother's engagement party. Like you're going to have all these sorts of things. Like attend them. Don't isolate yourself from them. Just be sensible. Depends what you're doing. Are you on prep? Are you just doing a diet? Are you just into the gym? Enjoy it. Like depends where you're at, and only you can really make that decision. And yeah, you don't have to eat with every occasion. You don't
Yeah.
need to. You can take your meal prep with you if you want to. Like at the end of the day, yeah, they might look at you funny, but the next day, are they going to remember it? No. Like, do what you want to do at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just feel pressured, don't they,
Yeah.
to fit in or to do the norm.
Yeah.
Which I suppose that is the norm. When you go out for a meal, the norm is that you do eat the food
Yeah.
that's from the place
Yeah.
where you're going out from. But I think as well, just having an understanding of like, are you able to compromise on your plan
Yeah.
to fit in those occasions? Because I think those occasions are important. It's something that I heavily advise clients to do when they're in like apart from a prep setting. I
Yeah.
like that's the only time I will say no to off-plan meals.
Yeah.
Realistically, I
Yeah.
will always say, look, go have an off-plan meal once a week or whatever, and
Yeah.
have that freedom because I think it's important. And I think as well, if you should learn how to deal with these occasions because you're going to have them pop up. Like,
Because that's life at the end of the day.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
always going to come up.
I've
Yeah.
got a social occasion every single weekend now for the next like 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in the off season. I can deal with it. I can manage it. I can make
Yeah.
smart choices and
Yeah.
not lead to rapid fat gain. If you go out and you're binging, that's the problem. The food isn't
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah.
You're the problem.
It's
Like,
your kind of understanding and relationship around food is the issue there, and obviously
Yeah.
something needs to get fixed. You could just avoid it completely. It's not actually fixing the issue there, though, is it? It's just removing the opportunity for you to go off the rails. But some people, they might need that. Like, if you can't be trusted on an off-plan meal, don't have it.
Yeah, I think as well, like as the more you mature, the more you look at things on a menu and you have an understanding of like one, how many calories are in it, what potentially the
Yeah.
macros could be as well. You're always going to be more susceptible to fats when you go out for meals. A lot
Yeah.
of things have been cooked in oil, so just understand that like if you are having meat, there's probably going to be it's going to be cooked in oil
Yep.
majority of the time. Um, and or prepped in oil as well. And then
Yeah.
like you've got a carb source there. Just kind of have an idea of like the calories you're eating.
Yeah.
Pre-plan as well. Like if you're going out for a meal, you can get the menu. Usually the menu has the calories on it anyway, or you can
Yeah.
have a good estimate of it.
Yeah.
But also just pull back a little bit of food in
Yeah. I
of the
think
day.
another thing that
Good
people
food.
miss that I've given to clients before is a lot of people just don't do this, and I don't know why. I've done it before, more so out of preference, is you can speak to the staff there and make adjustments to the meals that are on the menu.
Yeah.
Most places will do it, unless it says on the menu, we don't alter the menu. Like, just ask, be like, can you take this out or cook it a slightly different way or do something, like make an adjustment to it. So if you want to be a bit more on plan and you're happy to eat out and make an adjustment to something that you've already looked at, just be like, hey, can you, instead of, I can't give you an example, but instead of
Instead of
doing
giving
this,
you chips, give you new potatoes or something, or
yeah,
like
just potatoes without loads of oil on it, like they
yeah,
will make that adjustment, especially if it's a decent restaurant as well. They'd be more than they more so want you to come back. So if they can please you without taking away from their system that they have, as every restaurant will have one, like they're gonna make amendments for you.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Um, He's also no, Cable's also asked why do British bodybuilders mog Americans and Canadians when it comes to conditioning?
It's in the water.
Yeah, it's in the British water.
Yeah, it's hard
Um,
water.
I don't know if he's I don't know like
I don't follow it enough of
I don't know if he's
other
talking about
natural bodybuilding. I
natural
mean,
bodybuilding or
yeah,
the
talking of
system.
natural bodybuilding, I wouldn't be able to. I mean, I have seen quite a lot of the Australian. Is it PCA stuff? Have they got PCA in Australia?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
I've watched a little bit of that. Um, from what I've seen, it looks similar. Like, I can't say from a obviously when the camera's on you, you can't always tell what condition looks like, but I don't know enough about other countries'
No,
specifics.
I know that in England at the moment, we've got a very high standard of amateur level competitors. I think that if you took like an average English show and put it against an average American or Canadian show, the English show would probably be at a higher standard just through the knowledge at the moment within the kind of bodybuilding space within the UK. I think it's very high. I think the level of coaching as well is a lot higher than what it would be in America or Canada. They do seem like they are like 10 years behind in that sense.
Yeah,
Um, so potentially as well that's why like British bodybuilders are like it's very rare you go to a show now and there's not skinned athletes. Like even at first time a show, they're all skinned.
yeah,
Like and they're all in condition. And you maybe if you go to a different country, it's not necessarily like that. And I think that's just down to the knowledge that we're holding in this country at the moment. But yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't really keep on top of American or Canadian bodybuilding.
mm, not at all.
Um, and then Lisa's asked, "How are you finding coaching your first female client to stage? Has it taught you anything so far?" Um, I don't know if it's necessarily taught me anything. Like I said, we kind of discussed this at this start of the
Yeah,
podcast. I think there will be things along the way, but I learn from every prep, if that makes sense. You don't necessarily learn from you learn more from some preps than others, but you still
yeah,
learn from every client's prep. So yeah, I will learn things along the way. But yeah,
yeah,
just
and also after the fact as well. Like, once you've done it, if you want to do it again between shows, you're gonna have experience. Like, oh, peak worked in this fashion. Let's see what it happens next time. So
yeah, I
you're
think the
gonna,
deeper you get into prep, the more intricate things you do,
Yeah,
that's when you start learning a little bit
because
more.
for the
But like
most
right
part,
now, it's a fact.
50% of a prep, or maybe even more, is just a normal diet, isn't it? You're not
Yeah,
really
yeah,
altering too much. It's when you get to that tail end of a prep when that's even more so when a coach's eye comes in because those manipulations are going to be way more frequent and based off loads of other variables.
yeah, yeah. Rather than the first, I'd say even the first 75% is just a diet.
Yeah,
Like majority of it is literally you're dieting and nothing's really changed. And then when
yeah,
you have to start pushing and pulling things a little bit, I think that's
yeah,
when majority of the learning works. Like maybe I'll give Lisa a high day and she might respond a certain way, and I'll be like, "Oh, that's good." Like, I learned that she looks wicked after crisps.
yeah. I think we spoke about that last time, didn't we? Yeah. So
But yeah, you kind of learn more just through more kind of experience with the client.
yeah,
That is all my questions, bro, and it's 1 hour,
bang on. So
bang on
we've
an
done this
hour.
before.
Cool. Right, we'll wrap it up here. Thank you everyone for listening to episode 57. Just remembered. We hope everyone is good. We'll catch you next week for the next episode. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we'll talk to you all soon. Cheers.